Blake Lively just stopped her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni after her own lies got caught completely.
Anyway, as I said, today is the big day of Blake Lively's deposition.
Court papers showed she had no real proof to back up her claims. Even her own words made her look guilty. And now everyone in the world knows she was never telling the truth.
She's saying that it was because of the smear campaign that she did to herself.
After months of this crazy show that she's been putting on, jumping between courts, tricking the media, pretending she's some poor helpless victim, her whole legal mess is falling apart faster than her PR team can write fake girl power tweets. I mean, this woman's been playing legal hopscotch, jumping from one lie to another, thinking people are too dumb to notice. But today is the day it all starts falling down. And you can literally hear the popcorn popping because this drama is like watching a really good TV show.
She also said that she never wanted to go public with this information, meaning that she's contradicting herself when she said that Baldoni was a danger.
Her court questioning date is finally here. And you know what that means. The one time when Blake might actually have to stop hiding behind fake photo shoots and Instagram filters and answer real questions. But let's be honest, knowing Blake's history, she probably has an excuse ready already. I mean, this is the same woman who disappeared from her own movie set for weeks, blaming everything from her kids being sick to the wind blowing the wrong way. So whether she even shows up at this court questioning is still anyone's guess, but either way, the damage is done.
She never believed that. And what she's saying now, that she got all this support from other victims when her experience wasn't that bad and she never wanted to go public with it.
The public is sick of it. Everyone's sitting here confused because even Blake can't keep her own lies straight. One minute she's crying about being treated badly. The next minute she's saying it wasn't even that bad. Make it make sense. It doesn't. And then there's her husband, Ryan Reynolds, jumping in like some superhero, except instead of saving the day, he's making everything worse. Ryan's been talking too much, trying to protect his reputation, but all he did was make both their reputations sink deeper into trouble.
And that Ryan Reynolds in big trouble with his statement.
Speaking of Ryan, let's talk about the total disaster that was his little show, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie premiere, back in July 2024. The guy stood there in front of half of Hollywood and straight up called Justin Baldoni a predator.
Because remember, Ryan Reynolds came out and called Justin Baldoni a predator?
Let me say that again, a predator. Not behind closed doors, not in a private legal paper, but out loud in public. Like it was open mic night at the Let's Ruin Someone's Reputation club. And the best part, his whole defense comes down to freedom of speech. Yeah, because apparently saying mean lies about someone in front of cameras counts as a personality trait now.
She said that the smear campaign was much worse than the actually alleged SH.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Blake herself said that what happened wasn't even that bad. Let that sink in for a second. Blake's out here building this whole poor me story, dragging people's names through the dirt, and at the same time casually telling reporters that what happened wasn't really that serious. So Ryan's calling people predators, Blake's playing the it wasn't so bad card, and the entire internet is sitting here trying to figure out this crazy show they call a marriage.
And he said that he could say that because it was freedom of speech and he believed him to be a predator.
And of course, Ryan's big mouth had real results. Justin Baldoni's management company, WME, supposedly dropped him like a hot potato right after Ryan's little meltdown. And if you think that was just a coincidence, think again. Leaked audio from Ari Emanuel, the former boss of WME, basically proved the whole sneaky behind-the-scenes sabotage.
That Ari Emanuel said that he always trusted Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and he was basically saying that F Justin Baldoni.
Emanuel openly said he trusted Blake and Ryan over Baldoni, which is crazy considering all the contradictions in Blake's own words. The favoritism is obvious. The reputation sabotage is crystal clear. It's like watching two rich celebrities use their fame to destroy someone they didn't like, and getting caught red-handed in the process.
Is that Blake Lively herself said that this wasn't really bad. And that put Ryan Reynolds in big trouble with his statement, something that I didn't think about here.
And let's be real, this reckless smear campaign is probably going to come back to bite them. Legal experts are already circling like sharks, saying this nonsense from Ryan combined with Blake's mess of contradictions could finally open the door to proving actual meanness. And for those of you who aren't living in a courtroom, that's the golden ticket you need to win cases about people lying about you. But Blake and Ryan, with all their PR teams and Hollywood connections, clearly thought they were untouchable. Guess not.
Blake Lively said that she had experienced much worse in Hollywood than what actually happened on this set.
Now let's go back to Blake's so-called girl power speech, the one she proudly gave at the 2018 Met Gala. You know the one. Standing there in some designer dress, covered in borrowed jewelry, telling the world no man controls who she is. Everyone clapped, the cameras flashed, and Blake acted like she was the feminist hero we didn't ask for. Fast forward to now, and the irony could not be more funny. The same woman preaching about not letting men control her is now hiding behind half-baked harassment claims every time her career stumbles. It's like watching a bad reality show, except instead of fake breakups, we get fake lawsuits. Her girl power story. It's weaker than a Hollywood movie set wall. The second her movie failed, out came the victim card. But hey, why own your work? Failures when you can just scream harassment and hope no one notices the plot holes. And let's not ignore how fake her feminist act is. Blake's entire legal circus is run by men. Her biggest cheerleader in this mess, her husband, Ryan Reynolds, throwing insults like it's a schoolyard fight. So much for standing on her own 2 feet. It's almost impressive how quickly she went from no man controls me to Ryan, please destroy Justin's career for me. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up.
But this proves that Ryan Reynolds acted with reckless disregard of the truth.
And fans and critics, they're not buying the act anymore. The internet is roasting Blake for twisting feminist messages into nothing more than a legal weapon. Her speech is about empowerment, just carefully planned PR stunts, her lawsuits, desperation dressed up as justice, and her entire campaign against Baldoni exposed for the manipulative fake show it's always been. Blake's playing both sides, using victimhood when it's convenient, leaning on powerful men when exposed, and somehow thinking the public can't see through the cracks. But here's the thing, people aren't stupid, they're watching, they are talking, and the house of cards Blake built on contradictions and empty speeches is finally collapsing.
He intentionally exaggerated Blake Lively's experience because of course he knew that Justin Baldoni wasn't a predator. And with this statement here in this interview, Justin Baldoni could actually prove that.
And with every reckless comment, every contradictory statement, and every shady legal stunt, Blake's just proving one thing. When it comes to destroying her own believability, she's doing a better job than anyone else ever could. Blake Lively just keeps proving that when it comes to crashing her own reputation, she's working overtime. Let's talk about the disaster happening right now, also known as her discovery phase, where the woman basically admitted she has zero proof to back up these dramatic misconduct and payback claims. You'd think someone fighting this big public messy legal battle would have some hard evidence, right? You know, texts, emails, receipts, literally anything. But no, instead we've got Blake rolling into court with empty folders, hoping no one notices the homework's missing. It's all there in the court papers. Blake herself, through her army of overpriced lawyers, admits she can't prove what she's been screaming about for months. The same person calling people predators, faking empowerment speeches, and rewriting Hollywood history apparently walked into this lawsuit without a shred of proof. But don't worry, she's got a backup plan. Instead of showing real evidence, she's decided to lean on guessing subpoenas targeting third parties who had nothing to do with her story. Because obviously, when you've got no receipts, the next best thing is to bother innocent people who didn't sign up for your PR circus.
We don't know if she's going to show up yet because she has a history of having great excuses for not showing up to things.
Blake Lively just sent off the most ridiculous round of court orders, yet she's dragging everyone from Wayfair bosses to their assistants into her legal storm. And get this, she's even targeting Justin Baldoni's health coach. Yeah, a health coach, apparently suggesting vitamins is now part of some evil master plan to attack Blake's immune system. You can't make this up. When the California judge didn't play along with her tricks, Blake tried moving the whole thing to New York, but Judge Lemon shut that down fast, telling her, "This isn't your playground." It's clear now this lawsuit isn't about justice, it's about saving her image, which is crashing harder than her last box office flop. Meanwhile, Wayfair is calmly preparing a massive document dump set for July 1st, while Blake runs around spinning conspiracy theories and wasting court time. She's sending court orders to everyone, assistants in turns, and probably even the guy who refills the office snacks. It's gotten that crazy. But Wayfair is not backing down. Their message is loud and clear. Blake made this whole thing up. They're handing over texts, emails, and computer data to prove her story's pure fiction. And if she really had proof, wise, she's scrambling for documents now. Exactly. And over on Justin Baldoni's side, things are quiet but smart. His June 23rd deadline passed with no changed complaint, causing major guessing. But legal experts say it's likely a smart pause, not giving up. His original lying about me claims were dismissed without prejudice, meaning he can come back fighting under the right conditions. And his industry support, still rock solid, unlike Blake, whose fanbase is slowly realizing she may have just played the victim card too hard. Blake's story is full of cracks. Every court order, every interview, every contradiction is making things worse. Just look at her recent New York Times podcast. What should have been a PR win totally backfired. Reporter Megan Twohy casually destroyed her claims, pointing out the obvious. This wasn't a #MeToo bombshell, it was workplace drama twisted into a pity party. And while Wayfair is preparing to destroy her story with receipts, Blake's stuck in a loop of media stunts and legal theater. She tried to paint herself as the feminist icon taking down Hollywood's dark side. Instead, she exposed herself in a real proof, just feelings and a victim complex. And now, the court of public opinion is turning on her. Even former supporters are calling it out. This isn't a crusade, it's a cover-up for bad PR and bruised egos. And here's the best part, it's all happening live. One meltdown, one baseless claim, one viral roast at a time. So if you want to keep watching this Hollywood train wreck unfold in real time, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Trust me, the drama's just getting started.